Hello, welcome to today's flow-based class. The focus will be on the shoulders and back yet again. I hope you had a great rest day. So let's go ahead and get into the practice. Some of the positions that we'll be doing will be similar to our prior class focused on the shoulders and back, but we will of course be continuing on and adding different positions that will focus on these areas. Let's go ahead and begin coming into a comfortable cross-legged position, and let's rest the hands on the knees. So as always, we will begin with 3 rounds of breath, just connecting to our breathing. Let's go ahead and begin. Inhale, take a breath. Exhale. Inhale, lengthening and deepening each breath we take. Exhale. Inhale, take a breath. Exhale. Let's just wake up the body, rolling the shoulders down the back. So back and down. Continue the breath. We'll roll the shoulders forward. Good. Let's come back to a neutral position. Take another breath. Exhale. We're just going to bring the head to the right side. Inhale, exhale, just roll the chin down. We're going to do the same on the left side and hold. And exhale, just rolling the head to the other side and just hold for a moment. Exhale. Left side, hold. So always a good idea to just get rid of any tension through the neck area. Exhale. We'll do one more set here. Going to the right side, hold. And exhale, rolling over to the left side. Good. Inhale, just bring the head upright. Take a breath. We'll interlace the fingers, pressing the palms out. Round the upper back ever so slightly to get a nice opening in the area. Very good. Inhale, stretching up nice and tall, elongating the sides of the waist. Exhale, let's lean to the right and hold. Very good. Inhale, center. Lean to the left and hold. Elongating the waist. Very good. Inhale. Stretching upward, stretching nice and tall. And exhale, release the hands. We're going to twist to the right. It's always nice to do a twist. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, twisting to the left. Good. Inhale, center. We're going to continue on with opening up the shoulder area. So just as we've done before in our other shoulder and back classes, we're going to take the right arm around and wrapping the opposite arm over. The right shoulder descending down in the direction of the floor. And breathe here. It always feels so nice when the shoulders release Again, there's so much tension that gets locked up in the area. Good. Bending the elbow, so almost as if you're just touching the opposite shoulder. Move the opposite arm to the upper arm and then just draw the arm in close to the body. Good. Going in a bit deeper to that outer back shoulder. Take one more breath. Exhale, release. Good. Take the right arm over the head. We're going to reach for the elbow and just gently, gently pull. Continue to breathe, breathing consciously. One more breath. Exhale, release. Same exact thing on the left side. Left arm over, right arm. Threading it through and then just using the right arm to pull the arm toward the body, dropping the left shoulder downward. Breathing into any areas of tightness, resistance. Good. Inhale, exhale, bend the elbow. Take the arm over to the upper arm and just pull, press the arm into the body. Breathing here. Exhale, good. Take the arm overhead. And then reaching for the elbow, a gentle pull to feel an opening through the shoulder and also through the upper arm. One more breath. And exhale, release. Okay, so we're going to twist the arms, wrapping the right over the left, palms together or the backs of the hand together. Start by just resting the elbows on the chest, and then on your inhale, rise the fingertips up toward the ceiling. Good. So this is one of my favorite shoulder stretches. Really gets the back edge of the shoulder. One more breath. Exhale, drop the elbows onto the chest. And then again, dropping the hands downward. So it's almost as if the hands act as if they're a weight to facilitate an opening through the shoulder. So I always feel this a bit differently than when we rise the hands upward toward the ceiling. It just creates a different sensation, a different access point into the shoulder area. Good. Go ahead and release. We'll switch sides. Let's just roll the shoulders a few times first before we do that. Good. Left arm over right, palms together, backs of the hands together. And on your next inhale, lifting the elbows upward, raising the fingertips up toward the ceiling, and breathe. One more breath. Exhale, drop the elbows. Then again, we're just dropping the forearms down. Just feeling that the hands are heavy to help create a deeper opening here. Breathing into any areas of resistance. Really good. One more breath. And gently release. Hands on the knees. We'll just do a few shoulder rolls here just to loosen everything up. Nice. So let's go ahead and come onto a kneeling position, sitting back on the heels. We're going to reach back behind the back, interlace the fingers, extend the arms, open the chest. You can either stay here, or if you want a deeper opening, reaching back, you can even bring the hands onto the floor. And then we want opposing energies here. So I'm just going to lift the chest as I extend the arms out. One more breath. Exhale, coming more upright from here. From an upright position through the torso, I'm going to inhale, stretch the arms out. Exhale, bend the elbows. Taking the palms to the side and pointing the elbows backward. One more breath. Inhale, stretch the arms. Exhale. Moving the hands to the left side of the waist, elbows pointing backward. Good, and then extend the arms, stretching the shoulders and the chest. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Take a breath. Exhale. Gently release the arms. We'll come onto all fours. Taking the shoulders over the hands, spreading the fingers wide, hips over the knees. You want the knees to be hip-width apart as well. Tops of the feet pressing down into the floor or connecting to the floor. We're going to just move the shoulders clockwise to begin. Coordinating the breath with the movement. Good. Let's go ahead and rock in the opposite direction, counterclockwise. Good. And let's come back to a centered position. So we're just going to do a few shoulder rolls here. So the energy is really going down the back. So I'm pressing through the hands to create that movement. So sometimes we just lack movement in the shoulder area because tension just gets locked in the body. Good. So from this position, coming into a neutral position here, I'm going to just create a little bit of elevation through the shoulder area. We're going to go through several rounds of cat-cow. So from here, inhaling, arching the back. Exhale, round. So really warming up the spine, creating more mobility in the area, coordinating the breath with the movement. Exhale, round. Inhale, lifting the chest, arching the back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more set. Inhale and exhale. Coming into an extended child's pose, sitting back on the heels, stretching the arms out, dropping the forehead down. Breathe here. One more breath. Coming back onto all fours, we're going to lay down on the belly. So curl the toes under, come into a high plank. And then from here, just slowly lower yourself down to the floor. If you need to drop the knees down first to lower to the floor, you can do so. So we're going to go into Shalabhasana. So again, Shalabhasana is a very strength-based position that awakens the supportive muscles of the spine. We get a little bit of opening as well. So tops of the hands pressing down into the floor. We're going to draw the legs together and the feet together. And I'm also just going to point the tailbone toward the heels here and draw in through the lower belly, lifting the navel. On the next inhale, lifting up, the legs lifting, the chest lifting, the shoulders pulling back, the chin lifted as well. Just making sure I still feel there's elongation through the back of my neck and breathing here. So again, you're going to feel those muscles really work through the back, the low back, through the supportive muscles of the spine that run parallel to the spinal column. One more breath. Exhale. Go ahead and just relax, dropping the chin to the floor, or if you prefer to rest one head or your head to one side. And just breathe here. A few rounds of breath. We're going to do two more. So let's go ahead and prepare, bringing the head back to center. Let's draw the feet together and the legs together. Ground the tops of the hands down into the floor. Inhale. Begin to lift. Again, lifting the navel as well. Chin up, shoulders back, and breathe. Toes point. So I feel a strong line of energy coming out through the top of my head, but also out through the tips of the toes. One more breath. Exhale. Relax, chin down, or resting on one side of the head. And just feel the whole body just let go. We'll take a few breaths here. Setting up for one more. Bring the head to center. We'll draw the feet and legs together. Tops of the hands down. Inhale. Lifting up. One breath. Continue to breathe. Be conscious of your breath. We'll take one more breath here. Exhale. Release. Resting through a few rounds of breath here. Good. Now what we're going to do next is just going to bring the arms forward, coming onto the elbows. This is kind of like a supported upward facing position. You're going to bring the palms together. I'm going to make sure that the legs stay engaged, the tops of the feet pressing down to the floor. And I'm just kind of drawing my chest forward here like so. So I'm still toning my legs. Again, tops of the feet pressing into the floor, toning the fronts of my thighs. And just using this grounded energy through the forearms and the elbows to lift the chest up. I want to draw my navel inward too, so I feel I have support through the low back. So as long as the legs are engaged and I'm also drawing the navel in, I should feel I have some support there. Now I'm not trying to just throw my head back. It's more like I'm pulling the elbows, dragging the elbows toward me to just create this energy of the chest moving a bit forward. Good, and then let's go ahead and release here. We're gonna come back down onto our bellies and we're gonna work through Dhanurasana. So with Dhanurasana, we're going to, from here, bend the knees and then reach for the ankles. From this position, we're going to gently lift the chest and also the thighs and lifting, the chin upward without cranking on the neck. We want the toes to point. So on our next inhale, lifting up, this creates really nice supportive back bend, energizing your legs, thighs lifting, chest lifting. The grip of the ankles helps me to also facilitate the shoulder opening also through the front of the chest. And I breathe. One more breath. And then exhale. Slowly release. Releasing your grip to the ankles. We can rest on either bringing the chin down or turning the head to one side. Very good. So it's always good to repeat so we learn how to integrate the pose. So again, I'm just going to bring my hands under the shoulders and just kind of lift my chest up a little bit. And I really want to just feel that I can access this lift to the chest as I then bend the knees and reach back for the ankles. I want to draw the feet together and inhale, begin to lift. Feeling the energy of the thighs lift, the energy of the chest lifting, the toes pointing to create a nice energy moving up toward the ceiling. One more breath. Exhale. Gently release the grip of the ankles, resting the head to one side or bring the chin down. We'll just take a few breaths resting. Very good. So let's go ahead, bring our head back to center. We're going to set up for our third Dhanurasana. So hands under the shoulders. Again, I always like to get a nice lift through my chest first, having my hands as support, bending the knees, pointing the toes, reaching for ankles. On your next inhale, lifting up. A nice strong grip is really important, so it helps to lift the chest as well. And breathe. Chin lifting, but no cranking on the neck. One more breath. Exhale. Good. Releasing the grip and resting to one side. Resting the head to one side. Good. Let's make our head back to center, or make our head come into the central position. We're going to come onto the elbows. We're going to do that same modified upward facing position here. So Elbows down. I'm going to bring the palms together and engage the legs. Ground the tops of the feet down into the mat. Draw my navel in. Point the tailbone more toward my feet. Drag the elbows inward to lift the chest, lifting my chin slightly. Just breathing here. One more breath. Good. From here, I'm just going to bring the hands down, come back onto all fours. Come back to a kneeling position. We're going to go ahead and lay down on the back to go through a few bridges. So we want to bend the knees and place the feet just slightly wider than hip width distance. Want to create a nice support through the sides of the waist. So I want to carve out the lower belly and point the tailbone just slightly toward the feet. So I elongate the low back and just dropping the navel down toward the floor. So for the first half bridge, we're going to bend the elbows 90 degrees, ground the feet down into the floor, and then inhale, power through the legs to lift the hips upward. I'm also pressing the upper arms down into the floor. I want to slide the glutes toward my feet, heart center toward the chin, and elongate the waist. Breathe here. One more breath. Exhale. Lowering down, you can go ahead and drop the arms. We'll take a few breaths here, just to rest for a moment. We'll go ahead and set up for the second round of half bridge. So this time we're going to have the arms extended straight out, tops of the hands pressing in to the floor. I want to make sure that I feel grounded through the feet. I'm going to send energy down through the legs. Point the tailbone toward my heels. Drop the navel and then inhale, lifting up. You can even roll the shoulders under a little bit. Press the tops of the hand or the palms of the hands down. Energize your legs. Breathing here. One more breath. Exhale. Lowering down. We'll take a few breaths, rest. So this time, we'll interlace the fingers under the back. So grounding through the feet, powering through the legs. Inhale, lifting the hip points up toward the ceiling. Draw the fingers together, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders under. Power through the legs, hip points upward. Heart center toward the chin. Glutes slightly, energetically sliding toward the feet. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale. Gently lower down. Just take a breath. Inhale, exhale. Draw the knees into the chest and just hug the knees in to help release the back. Very good. So we'll go into a reclined twist. So I'm going to bend the arms 90 degrees. The backs of the hands resting on the floor. Knees into the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Drop the knees to the right. And flex the feet. Just feeling the weight of the legs. Create that nice expansive opening through the sides of the waist, down through the back. We want to keep the backs of the shoulders down and square. Continue to breathe consciously. Inhale, move the legs to center, knees into the chest. Exhale, move the legs to the left side. Just make sure that the right shoulder, the back of the right shoulder, stays grounded into the floor as much as possible. And breathe. One more breath. Good. Inhale. Knees to center. Go ahead and just hug the knees into the chest to, once again, work on that release through the back and also through the hip flexors. One more breath. Exhale. Go ahead and release each leg one at a time. Allowing the thighs and the legs to just roll open. Extending the arms, palms of the hands, reaching up toward the ceiling, coming into a resting position. We'll take a few conscious breaths together, just releasing any remaining tension in the body, releasing it out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, full breath. Exhale. Just gently close the eyes, releasing all conscious control of the breath, allowing the back body to sink deep into the floor, and releasing all conscious control of the breath. Thank you for today's practice. We'll see you in our next class.